Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here tonight and spending a little bit of time with us. My name is Sonia Magruder. I've been with Purium for 12 and a half years, and I have to tell you that it has completely changed my life in that period of time, actually very early on. Not only changed my life for myself, for my husband, but also my impact and my income. And I'm forever grateful. It changed things in ways we could have never imagined with what we were doing before. I got on this career path probably similar to how many of you have through a personal health journey. That's often how we all get here. And I find, and I think we all find that typically holistic health practitioners or any kind of health practitioner are people who are change makers and are really passionate about helping others heal. And sometimes that comes at a cost to the practitioner. We find that we hear a lot of common challenges from our health practitioners and traditional business owners, especially if it's a brick and mortar business. There's often high overhead, fluctuations in income, but the expenses either remain the same or keep going up. Burnout from one-on-one consults, limited time, and a lack of work-life balance. And last but not least, often there's non-compliance from the patients and the clients. So tonight, what we're going to talk about is a simple solution of how you can deliver positive outcomes for your clients using this amazing nutritional program that has been designed so synergistically, and you'll hear a little bit more about it. And it's a way that you can also not only help your clients' outcomes, but amplify your income and even create more time for yourself, which is what so many people need because the income has the potential to be residual. So the practitioners you're going to hear from tonight, they're going to share how this has worked for them, how it's working for their patients, for their clients by implementing this whole food based, simple, high compliance nutritional reset. And they're going to share how they're seeing meaningful results from their clients and their patients using this program. And in some cases, they're even doubling their income just by working and incorporating this with their existing client base. What's especially exciting is that every single one of them that you're going to hear from tonight has joined and partnered with Purium with probably less than 16 months, within the past 16 months. So they're all relatively new and they're all already experiencing significant success, both with the program and with the income opportunity. And later on, we're going to share how not only can this be residual income, but it can also be very highly leveraged. We also have a special treat for you, a special guest, which is going to be our co-founder of the company and co-owner, Amy Venner. She's going to come on in a little bit. And Purium is the manufacturer of these products. So Amy knows this inside and out. And she'll share a little bit about why this company is so different and how meticulous they are with their processes. So this is the ULT program. It stands for Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And what I'm going to do now is introduce you to one of our practitioners. His name is Dr. Ian Hossein. He is a professor of biochemical engineering and a holistic health practitioner. And he just joined Purium in just a little over a year ago in May 2024. Welcome, Dr. Ian.
Thank you very much, Sonia. So yes, I've been a holistic health practitioner for 3 years, seeing a group of clients, meeting them, testing, giving them supplement protocols prior to Purium. There's a few issues with that. It's very, very difficult to scale your business. There's only so many clients you can see. And I have a rule of 3. For every hour that I spend with a client, I'm spending another 2 in back-end stuff, answering questions, dealing with the protocols, things like that. It wasn't very easy. And clients come, clients go, and clients don't come. There was once where I have a full clientele, so I have good, stable income. Others there wasn't. I also found a very important gap in many of my clients' wellness journey. I can give them supplements and I give them protocols, but I wasn't sure if the foundation of nutrition and what they're eating was helping or hurting their wellness journey. So a year ago, Purium came into my wife's life and as well as mine, this great nutrition and detox program, and giving it to my clients, I saw something I hadn't seen before. The same types of chronic illnesses that would take me weeks, months, even years to help with clients, they were overcoming within the program, within months, sometimes weeks, sometimes in a few days, which is really, really good. It allows me to simplify the protocols that I give for my clients It allows me to expand it to clients who would never even be my clients because they can do the program without necessarily having to book something with me. And it allows me to have that residual income that I've been wanting to have. Now, fast forward a year from now, I do have a small clientele, but it's a small clientele that I can focus on them because I'm dealing with higher level issues. Everybody else, the low level things, gut healing and parasite cleansing and boosting energy and having better sleep, all those things, I can guide them towards the program. And based on what they need, I can guide them along the way. It's allowed me to go exclusively as a holistic practitioner, to leave my job at Syracuse University, which was my stable income for the past 11 years, which was great, but couldn't cover the expenses that I've grown because of my personal issues with my son on the autistic spectrum and also the cost of living. So I've been allowed to kind of grow my business in a way where I see clients. I've expanded it by giving people a greater, broader amount of my community these wonderful whole foods and superfood products, and it's allowed me more location freedom and more financial freedom to do the things that I like. So I'm very thankful that Pyramid's come in to my practice in a way where I can help my clients or I can help the people that I serve, whether it be my Instagram followers or my overall community.
Thank you so much for that, Ian. And I forwarded to this slide because part of this protocol that Ian's talking about is a component that has been proven in a human study to remove the chemical glyphosate. And if you're a practitioner on here, you already know about this. You know how serious a problem this is. The glyphosate's in the air, it's in the water, it's in the rain. It's insidious. It's virtually impossible to avoid, even if we're eating organic all the time. So we've had a lot of practitioners talk about how they test for glyphosate and they have patients with very high levels. And then after they've been on the component that's in this protocol right here, which all works very synergistically, the levels have diminished significantly. So in the human study, the glyphosate was reduced by 74% in 6 weeks, and the CRP levels of the people in the study were reduced by 75% in 6 weeks, which is pretty impressive, and it makes sense. You're reducing the glyphosate, it's also reducing inflammation by doing that. These are some of the transformations. Ian, if you don't mind hopping back on again, because some of these are your clients. Hearing a little.
Yeah, absolutely. We know like skin is a reflection of what's within. So we see rashes go away, which is a sign of what's going on in the body, good liver function, good gut health. We see weight loss because we know when we talk about weight loss, it's not only metabolic, it's water retention, it's inflammation, it's cortisol fat. So we see people lose weight faster, more easier than other types of programs. And also even other things like better energy. That's all showing that people are coming back metabolically. And also the good skin and the weight loss shows that they're doing well too.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Ian. Thank you for sharing that. And we're going to hear from Dr. Ian's wife, who he mentioned a little bit later on in this presentation. Okay, so now who's behind this company? Who's behind these products that are so effective, so pure, so clean, certified organic? And how long have they been doing this? Well, Dave Sandoval and Amy Venner are the co-founders and co-owners, and they have been doing this, making organic superfoods since before there was a USDA certified organic seal, since 1993. Purium, the division called Purium, which we're here about tonight, has been around about 21 years. So I'd love to introduce, without further ado, our beautiful leader and CEO, co-founder, co-owner, Amy Venner. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, Sonia. Thank you so much for inviting me on to share a little bit here tonight. And, I'm CEO of Purium. I show up at the corporate office every day. This is a passion. It's a labor of love. It's not really a job for me. I love what we do so much. Behind that, I'm a mom of 2 teenage girls. Over 30 years ago, I had my own health journey, and the introduction of green food, whole food, living food radically changed not only my physical health, but my emotional health as well. And so that was a trigger that just led me in a totally different direction of my life. And I'm so grateful that it did, because it led me from Texas to California. And now I get to lead this incredible company that I'm so proud of, the way that we're able to help people with whole food nutrition. I have been business partners and friends with David Sandoval for over 30 years. In fact, it was David Sandoval who introduced this product to me as a complete stranger that radically changed my life. It changed the whole course of my life. David Sandoval is a brilliant, heart-centered man who's always looking for solutions. He's been a student of nutritional giants, Ann Wigmore, Bernard Jensen, and others out there, and he synergistically combines our formulas. You'll find unique formulas that are taken from all aspects of nutrition science from so many cultures in the world. So it's been incredible to work with Dave for over 30 years. And again, we are two passionate owners who show up every day. We also are the manufacturer, and that is something that is really special. I really want you to think about that. We are the manufacturers. If you look at many other products out on the shelf and you turn it around, and it's going to say manufactured for, not manufactured by. Now, we are the manufacturer, so that means we control every aspect of the supply chain and the manufacturing. I personally oversee it. I personally worked here for over 30 years, building the factory, building the standard operating procedures, going through third-party inspections. And there's a lot of testing. Our quality control department is the department that we pour the most resources into. And I'm so proud to say that. And in fact, Purium, the name Purium is where pure and premium become one. Now, there's a few little facts that, we have all these SOPs and all of these things that we do. And one of the things is before any ingredient comes in, or any delivery, I should say, comes into our facility, one of our staff actually goes out into the shipping dock, enters into that truck, and inspects the truck to make sure that there's no pests, there's no vermin, there's no mold, there's no mildew, that we're not bringing any kind of contamination into our facility. So this is just one of the little steps that we do to go above and beyond our kosher, our certified organic, our CGMP regulations, and that we're able to control because we are the manufacturer. Of course, this is what makes us different. It is good for your body. We are certified organic. We believe in organic. As Sonia mentioned, we were doing organic and involved in bringing about the USDA seal. We were organic before there was a USDA seal. The glyphosate solution that we have is truly incredible. This product is truly incredible, and we stand behind that. It is a cornerstone of our most popular packages. And, we were pioneering with no binders, no fillers, nothing artificial in our products. In fact, David Sandoval, before we started this company, the reason he had the impetus to start this company is he was told a lie. He was selling a product that he thought was pure, and it was not. When he found that out, he said, I'm going to change the world. This can be done, and I'm going to do it. And we've been producing pure green foods ever since, and that was 30 years ago. And our biggest aspiration is to make it convenient so it can be consistent and consumed on a daily basis. We put lots of resources into our in-house laboratory as well as third-party testing. Now, we want to be a leader. We're a leader nutritionally. We're a leader in the way we manufacture, and we also passionately love the environment. So we have invested into a plastic-free packaging. We have all but one of our products in plastic-free packaging. We've saved over 300,000 pounds of plastic from going into landfill. That is approximately equivalent to 14 million. That's 14 million plastic water bottles. So I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be leading this company and the change that we can do for health as well as the environment at the very same time.
Amy, thank you so much for sharing all of that and taking time out of your extremely busy schedule to be here with us. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for inviting me on today.
Thanks so much, Amy. Okay, I think Dr. Price is in the house now. Dr. Price, just go ahead and unmute. He just texted that he's on. So, and if we have a co-host who could unmute him, Dr. Price, if you want to raise your emoji hand, and then we could have a co-host unmute you.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So, did you ask the question? I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Listen, Dr. Price, we appreciate you so much. We know you're in between patients and you're taking time out of your busy day to be here. So all I had said before was you are a DNP and you have an amazing practice in Utah. And you just joined Purium July 19th, last month, and you're having amazing results. So just go ahead and share.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. I work closely with Leanne every week, and Leanne actually came to me and told me about the program. I looked into it. I've been looking for something similar to this, and so I've been pausing my practice with introducing this to patients until I found the right source of how to detox my patients properly with chronic illness, as well as give the nutrient necessary so that we're putting energy back into the cell. And I've looked into a ton of literature and looked in many different avenues, and I just love how Purium actually does it. So I've been discussing that with my patient, and it's very natural, actually, that it just comes up that they're ready for that. Even my current patients, as well as the new patients coming in, they've been excited and already seeing progress within like a couple weeks. They're just feeling like they're sleeping better, even before hormones are even coming into the arena. And so I appreciate this kind of strategy, as well as just platform of how it's built to just allow in like 30, 60, and 90 days, just that great success of avenue of getting energy back into the cell. And I've had other colleagues already tell me about it. So I have many networks so that I knew I could trust it. And so I'm just really grateful for already some good success stories from my own clients. So
awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Price. We appreciate you taking the time. And since July 19th, Dr. Price has gotten, I believe, 20 of his patients on the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And he mentioned Leanne.
That's correct. And it's been an awesome thing and an achievement to have that happen. So, and it just keeps happening. Like today, I got 3 more people that are just really wanting that. So,
yeah. And I think you may not even know yet, Dr. Price, is that because we're going to be talking about income and business here as well. You've made over $1,100 and $1,000 in bonuses in addition to commissions. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So
anyway.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate you very much. So
thanks, you guys.
Thank you. He mentioned Leanne. You're going to hear from Leanne in a little bit. Leanne is the person who introduced him to Purium, and you'll hear from her as well. So this slide shows from trading time to creating time. And most people, whether they're a practitioner or any kind of situation in employment or business situation, it's trading time for money, trading hours for dollars. So with Purium and with this business model and distribution model that we have, you can actually go from trading time to creating time. And how is that? That is through the concept of leverage. So I'm going to show you an example of what leverage is, give you a visual illustration of it. So you, the practitioner, can be sharing this with your own client and patient base, just like Dr. Price is, just like Dr. Ian Hossein is. But then you can also leverage it and get other colleagues on board with you who also have a client base that they can share this with. And you're making a percentage of everything they're doing, even though your time is not even involved there. So it's really gathering the financial rewards of your colleagues that are also sharing with their clientele. It's the power of the collective, which is a very unique aspect of this business. Now we're going to bring on Rachel. Rachel is a functional medicine practitioner. She just joined Purium July 23rd, just last month. Welcome, Rachel.
Hi, thanks for having me, Sonia. Yeah, I'm a functional medicine practitioner. I also practice in Utah, and Leanne introduced me Purium as well. And I was super excited. We're on a walk one day because we don't live far from each other and we do very similar things. I test genetics and epigenetics, and I am giving protocols to clients based on where their genetic and epigenetic profiles come in. And so I supplement and detox a lot while changing lifestyle. And Purium was so interesting from the beginning because I literally have 200 different products that I'm constantly shuffling and trying to figure out what's going to be the best for clients. And now I literally can do a protocol in a box. I feel like I just alleviated so much of the busy work for myself. It's so easy. And, you know, I just trusted Leanne with my whole heart because I trust her as a nutritionist and I trust her as a practitioner moving forward and putting other clients on this. And I've already seen, I spend my life detoxing and trying products that I in turn put clients on. And I've already seen my health better. And I thought, man, how can I get better than this? I am a pro at this. And Purium has actually proven to me it could get better, especially while going into those 40 years when a woman's hormones change so much. I'm a fan, lifelong servant to this.
Thank you so much, Rachel, and welcome to the family. Congratulations. We're so happy you're here. Now, some of you that are on here, you're seeing right under the person's name, you see something like consultant, and I'm going to go to Leanne. I believe Leanne is next, and it says diamond there. And on Dr. Price, I think it said executive. Dr. Ian said crown. So as we get further into this Zoom, just in a few minutes, you're going to see what all that means, because it's probably like a foreign language right now. Like, what the heck is that? But we're going to show you what that means. So now here's Leanne. Leanne, welcome. Another nutritional therapy practitioner just joined Purium in March of this year. Hey,
Hello,
Leanne.
thank you.
Hi.
Hi. All right, I thought I'd share my personal experience with ULT. I wanted to see if this would be a good fit for my clients. So it was literally 6 days in, and I was like, wow, my energy was an energy I'd never felt before, but a natural, beautiful energy. And then I was sleeping better, and I lost 6 pounds in a very short amount of time. It was about, I think, 5 weeks in. So it was slow and legit. And as we get older, it's very difficult to lose that weight. I also lost a pound of visceral fat. So that's the fat, around the organs. This was exciting to me. And I loved how simple it was. Two meals locked in. So I immediately started putting a couple clients on the program. I want to share with you 2 of those stories because it's pretty remarkable. I had a client that I've been working with for a while. Her biggest desire was to lose weight, and she was fluctuating. And she came to me one day. She said, "Leanne, I think I'm going to do Ozempic." I said, "Before you do that, I found something. That is, I've never come across something like this, and I don't know why it took me so long. Will you give this a try?" So she just finished her 90 days and she lost 15 pounds. She just messaged me today and she said, "Can I do another 90 days? Of course." So that's amazing. And then the second one is a young 21-year-old came in to see me, and she was dealing with cystic acne for 2 years. In fact, she was on, maybe some of you know, spironolactone, and 2 years on spironolactone, if you can imagine. I told her about the program. She says, "I'm all in." Now I get these incredible messages from her. She says, "I feel like I'm glowing on the inside out." Warms my heart and just wants me to keep sharing and sharing. And I can't share enough. And that is the exact reason why I reached out to Dr. Price, because his reach is far beyond mine. And I want to be able to accomplish what I want to follow the vision of Amy and Dave. I believe in their vision. And I'm grateful for it. So thank you very much.
That's beautiful, Leanne. Thank you. Thank you for sharing those stories too. And you can see how with the leverage aspect, Leanne introduced this to Dr. Price and to Rachel. And this is not only how you can leverage the income, but it's also how you can leverage impact, create a ripple effect of way more impact than any of us can do by ourselves. Now we've got Jessica. And Jessica is a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. She just joined Purium March of 2025. There's a theme here. And Jessica, welcome. Jessica's zooming in from my home state, Florida.
Yes, thank you. So I stalked Nicole's page for 6 months before I decided to try anything. and I saw her client test results and I thought, wow. And so I want you just to know that. Now, as a practitioner, and I want to ask this to the practitioners, what is the one thing that you wish you could make every single client do? And you guys can answer it in the chat or just to yourself. But I will tell you from my perspective as a practitioner to everybody that's out there that is not a practitioner or a doctor, I wish I could make you two things. I wish I could make you come to me the second that you have symptoms. Second, I wish that I could make you eat exactly the way that I wanted you to. And here's what I found. I had a client who, she appeared to eat healthy all the time. Organic, grass-fed meat, bought from a local farmer, all the things. And I was giving her all of the right protocols. We did all of the right testing. And what I realized is she actually was not eating protein, really. She had insulin resistance, blood sugar dysregulation, all these things. I say this to say, you guys, that even the people that think that they're eating healthy, they don't actually know what healthy is. And that became a trend with all of my clients that I was seeing. And so when I met ULT, I realized, number one, Nicole said, you should be a distributor, Jessica. You're a practitioner. And I said, I'm going to do it literally because it is there's a 60-day money back guarantee. I can get my money back if I hate it, period. So 6 days in, I felt like a new human and I text her. I said, okay, make me a distributor. And since then, since March, I've put, I think, somewhere between 65 to 75 clients on the program. And what I want to say is this. I have seen clients get results in as quick as a day. I remember when my first client texted me with over 28 symptoms. She's like, Jessica, all my symptoms are gone. And now, she was one of my first clients, you guys. So I'm like, is this placebo effect? Again, transparency, right? That's where I was. And I'm thinking, this is too good to be true for real. This really helped her this fast too. And so it turns out, like I said, 70 clients later, it isn't too good to be true. This is a way where I can give my clients something that they're actually compliant with and they get results fast. And the question that people ask me all the time, and I'll say this to you guys now, is what kind of results am I going to see? And I ask them a question back and I say, how much debt is your body in? Your body needs superfoods. Your body needs amino acids. Your body needs every single thing that is in this program. And my clients that don't get results like everybody else right away, what I found is it took time to pay off that debt, but it was truly never in vain. And the last thing that I want to say is this for everybody, because this is a thing, and you guys are going to know weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. That's all everybody ever wants to know when they come to me. And here's the thing. If you've tried all the weight loss things, working out, eating right, and you still can't lose weight, many times that's because of toxicity that accumulates in the body. The fat will stay in the body. Purium and the ULT product goes after all of those things and pushes them out. I actually, even, you guys, this is a true story and it's the last thing that I'm going to say. I lost cellulite in my legs from this program that I had when I was a bodybuilder, by the way. And what I found is it pushes out all of these toxicities that's in there, and people can actually lose weight that have experienced weight loss resistance for a while. So if you want to look like a superstar, do it. What's that?
I said, thank you so much, Jessica. That is
You're welcome.
awesome. We appreciate you coming on and sharing with such honesty and transparency. You're amazing. Thank you so much. All right. Next, we've got Ariel. And Ariel's a nutritional therapy and bioresonance practitioner. Ariel joined April of last year. Welcome, Ariel.
Hello, thank you so much. So, being a health coach and working with clients, I'm very, very picky, as many of the other practitioners here are, about recommending, very high quality ingredients and products. So I do a lot of research, and Purium checked all the boxes for me. So, they have all the rigorous testing and all the amazing things you've heard about today. I do bioresonance testing with my clients. That's my specialty. And when I put the Purium ULT into my scanner, it was coming up so strong for clients, resonating very highly. And that's actually, we'll hear Nicole's story a little bit later, and that's how Nicole learned about Purium, is she actually did a bioresonance scan with me, and it came up off the charts for her as something that would be really beneficial. So I was super impressed. I can tell they were very high vibration products. You know, they have the live active enzymes, it's live food, and the body can really see that as biocompatible. Before I started the business with Purium a year ago, April 2024, I had $30,000 in credit card debt and over $900 in interest payments a month. So I was super stressed and really swamped with this. You know, I was month to month on income, getting further into debt, and honestly thinking about filing for bankruptcy at one point. It was so bad. So when I did join Purium, things changed very rapidly. Within the first month, I made more on my check than I had in a year at other previous network marketing companies that I had worked with, and that model had never worked for me before. But things are very, very different here for me. And also with the system and my clients and my family members, I've seen life-changing transformations. So this is kind of why I can't stop sharing the products, and also the business. I share about the business a lot because that's how we're going to reach a lot more people and help, you know, people on a larger scale. So at this point, I have paid off all my credit card debt, all the $30,000 using my Purium income alone, and then some. I actually at convention just got recognized as a 100,000 or plus earner, which was amazing. And I have complete financial freedom and location independence. So earlier this year, I was traveling for multiple months to Bali, Guatemala, Costa Rica, and this is something I would have never been able to do without Purium. So I can be a digital nomad, I can work remotely from anywhere and support my team, and also grow my business too, finding new people during travel. So it's really a dream job, and I'm very grateful for this business.
Thank you so much, Ariel. You're making huge waves and a huge ripple effect with just in the past year with what you've done and who you've shared it with. So thank you. And speaking of Nicole, here she is, and I apologize for the typo. She's an iridologist and holistic health practitioner and joined shortly after Ariel did. She was introduced to Purium by Ariel, and Nicole is Dr. Ian Hossain's wife, who you met at the beginning. Welcome, Nicole.
Thanks for having me. And let's just say iridologist is a hard word. When I start saying sclerology, which is all those red lines, it's even harder. People are like, what? So, you know, I got into this business last year. My health literally took a nosedive, and I was eating right, doing all the things right. It just wasn't enough. And I was dealing with some pretty scary health issues that I wrote out my will. I kind of accepted that my husband and my parents are going to have to figure out how to take care of my kids because I didn't know what else to do. Now I have a supplement graveyard. Within the 45 days, I was just like, everything lifted. Now, I also kind of want to say I've been sick since I was 5. So this is a long journey. And I knew I needed to join the business because of my own transformation. And a lot of people joined the business with me because they watched me go from, the pits down, completely transforming. And I kind of want to say, the beautiful part, what I've learned with this business is Amy just took her time to come on this meeting. Amy is an extremely busy woman, but she is so heart-centered. Hang on, my kids are making noise. The one time I told them not to. But this is the whole vibe of the company. They are here for you. The owners are literally just, they're not above us, they're with us. And they run this whole company alongside us. And it has been a beautiful thing because as a practitioner, that's cool. I know how to talk about health, but I didn't know how to talk about business. And I can lean into my entire team, Dave and Amy, and I've become an expert. So, a little bit about my practice. Last year, I was working 60 hours a week. I had a special needs son at home. My husband was working in another state because that's what paid the bills. And it was exhausting. And that's part of why my health went downhill. Fast forward to now, I work about 20 hours a week. And it doesn't feel like work. It feels like such a joy because I get to be a part of people's transformations. I have a team of 260 something people. We all get to be out there changing lives, and it's such a beautiful blessing. I've helped 3 times the amount of clients that I would do working those 60 hours, and I've tripled my income. So I'm working smarter, not harder, and that's the beautiful part about this business. I get to be home with my kids. We just came back from 2 weeks in California. My kids are international Taekwondo competitors, so we got to travel to a world tournament funded by Purium, thank God. So, it's just in these precious years where your kids are so young, for me, that was a big, strong reason why I wanted to build this business. So my kids could have me home, and they got to go to Purium. They got to meet the owners. They got to see the people that have been blessing my life. And I'm forever grateful for that. So if you are looking for like a residual income with products that actually work, and you have these, you know, you want to be with your family and you want to have time freedom, you want to take a Tuesday off and go to the beach, this is what this does for you. You have these steadfast products that are going to change lives. And in the meantime, you get to run this most beautiful business and lean into an amazing team that will help you every step of the way, me included.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
Pleasure.
And we never have to worry about defending the ingredients in these products. The products are so clean and pure. We don't even have to worry about that at all. And Nicole, she made one little mistake. She said a team of 260 people. It's actually 2,600 people. She just left off a zero, but she's also made a huge ripple effect by sharing this and leveraging, taking advantage of that leverage aspect, because in a little over a year, I don't know that any of us could one-on-one help 2,600 people. But when we, again, the collective, when we collaborate together and have other lock arms with other like-minded people, we can do that. And again, increase and scale our impact so much more with a model like this. So thank you, Nicole. So this is me. I'm an integrative nutrition health coach, as I said in the beginning. I've been with the company 12 and a half years. The title that I'm at is called 5-Star Crown. You'll see what all these things mean in just a minute, but I got into this as a customer. My husband and I were looking for a solution. We were waking up exhausted. We had put on a lot of extra weight. We had terrible digestive issues, and we didn't know where to start, but we knew it wasn't sustainable and we had to do something. And we were introduced to this by someone we knew and trusted, who was very knowledgeable in health. And we got on board with the program, and it literally was life-changing. And that is what really got me down this path of getting into holistic health and also wanting to share it with others. Because when you find something that good, you don't want to keep it to yourself. When so many people are suffering and are experiencing all these health challenges, we want to help them when we've tried something that we know works. So that's what happened with us. And it helped me to transition out of a previous career that was a multiple 6-figure income. I was able to match that income within a year and a half just from my Purium income. And also what's so gratifying is helping others do the same and paying it forward. So I want to just briefly go through just a high-level overview of the compensation. It's going to be something that if you want to see more about this, the person who invited you can send you the entire compensation plan and you can read about it. It's very, very generous. Dave and Amy are very mission driven, and they want to get as many people out there sharing this. They would rather reward the community that shares it. And we know word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertising, rather than putting it on a store shelf somewhere. So 20% commission on customer sales. For every $1,000 in a given month of customer sales, there's a $25 bonus. And again, the ability to leverage with brand partners, which leads into more richer income and bonuses. So this is fast start bonuses right out of the gate. There's money on the table that you can make. We mentioned Dr. Jared. I think it was $1,000 or $1,100, like just in his first couple of weeks, just from getting those patients on the program, up to $6,500 available in the fast start bonuses. Again, this is all in addition to commissions. And then there's matching bonuses. Bring on other colleagues or other practitioners or other people you know that would want to share this with their base, and you can earn matching bonuses in addition. Every time they earn fast start bonuses, you can get the bonuses again. This gets into the longer term earning potential. You saw it said for Dr. Ian and Nicole, it said crown. You saw a couple of people that said diamond. Ariel said red diamond. So those are on the screen here. And this is where recurring monthly cash bonuses come in addition to profit sharing. Once you get to that diamond level, that opens up the profit sharing as well. And then this is an illustration of the long-term residual earning potential. So the arrows show where the people are that you heard from, all the way from executive to 5-star crown. You can see what the average monthly income is at those levels. And that is with leveraging this, getting other people to lock arms with you and get these wonderful products out there to their clients and their patients. There is ongoing support and collaboration. You've already heard that. You heard that from Nicole and others. So there's no shortage of support when you decide to partner up with Purium. We're all here to help you. So in summary, you can really make lasting impact with every client that gets on this ultimate lifestyle transformation, as well as residual income for you. It's simple, it's affordable, it's a whole food system. There is no isolates here. Everything is pure food. And the simplicity of it ensures the compliance, which is key, because if a patient's not compliant and doesn't implement it and do it, they're not going to get the results. So we have very high compliance and positive results, as you've heard. You can invite other practitioner colleagues to do the same. Again, that's the leveraged income and the broader impact that you can have building this ripple effect of wellness and abundance. So how do you get started? Get your own ultimate lifestyle transformation program. The business is free with that. We have most practitioners take advantage of the option to buy a few extra boxes. Usually they get 3 more boxes to have on hand, so a patient or a client can take it with them, also see the value of it right there in front of them. So the person who invited you to this Zoom, get back with them. They can explain how all that works. They can answer any questions that maybe we didn't cover here tonight, and they can help you get started and help you be supported in sharing this with your clients and patients. So thank you to all our speakers. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We appreciate you spending some of your time with us, and we hope to see you all soon as part of our Purium family.